Kulam, you know what I'm saying? Time I almost gave up volume 2. This week is Parshat Vayera, one that is chaotic. There's a lot of loss and there's a lot of sacrifice, a willingness to sacrifice, a willingness to let go of what one was holding on to, a willingness to go against one's nature, a willingness to sacrifice oneself if need be. This week I encountered significant loss, as I would deem it, both material, emotional, and the likes. And the experience of it has been very insightful. I traveled from DC to New York, and I took the bus because the time when the flights were leaving or when the train was leaving, I was like, I just hop the bus and, I'll be there in the same time. Hop the bus, get off the bus and forget my luggage under the bus. Now, I was rushing when I left Florida, so I overpacked. I had all my ties, my Shabbat stuff, my Shabbat talit, etc. Left it under the bus. Came back after when I realized the bus is gone, no way to call the driver. Company filed a claim. They're saying in 14 days we'll let you know. Went by each day calling, getting frustrated. What was the lesson? The lesson God was telling me is, A, it's all good. This loss is a lesson of many things. Don't wait to pack to the last minute. Don't overpack. Be mindful of your things. But most importantly, that God is in control. Did God want me to lose my luggage and suitcase? Maybe not. Did God promise to be on my side no matter what? Absolutely. So even in spite of this challenge and obstacle, he still loves me. He's still watching over me. He's still working things out for my good. So this is not the final defining moment. Relationship wise, I find myself in a situation where, I've really been working on myself, my character, trying to work past my own insecurities, my own issues, largely not with the benefit of the doubt, but in a way that's also been further motivating because I hear myself talking to God and God saying you have to do what's right for the right reasons. So let go of all visceral reactions that are negative or the likes. And so wanting to be there, wanting to be supportive, wanting to be encouraging, in spite of me really needing encouragement and support. So looking past my own issues, I know it's been a growth moment for me and an evolution and a muscle to build and develop in preparation for partnership. And, many different things endured, sort of not understanding why, beginning to have talks with self to understand, okay, why are you still doing this? Why are you still engaged in this? Why do you feel beholden to try to be something maybe the person doesn't need, not interested in, doesn't want? Maybe they're just trying to be nice to you, etc. Working past all those things. Getting into the parsha, you have not only Lot, who is rescued, but you have his wife that turns to salt from looking back. Quick takeaway, looking back at how you're salty, man. Let it go. Keep moving forward. Biggest takeaway to myself. Don't look back no more, Z. Keep it moving. You also then have Lot and his daughters that go up to the mountains, and they both of his daughters end up, being with child as a result of being in the mountains with their father. Crazy, chaotic story. And yet out of that bloodline comes the Moabites, which Ruth would come from, the mother of King David, or the matriarch. The bloodline would lead to King David. And then you have eventually HaShem fulfilling his promise to Abraham of a son. And then you have this tough moment of sending out Hagar and Ishmael. And then you have HaShem commanding Avram to sacrifice Yitzhak, his promise. Wait, I waited for this, all these challenges and things I've been through, and now you want me to give up the very thing that you promised me? That muscle memory, that willingness of obedience. They say obedience is better than sacrifice. Avram took that challenge on. Yitzhak Avinu took that challenge on of eventually realizing he was going to be the sacrifice and leaning in towards that. And at the end of the day, we know that he wasn't sacrificed. Some say that Avraham Avinu knew that God was going to either bring him back to life or bring a different sacrifice offering And the beautiful blessing in it all is we can't get attached to what God gives us. It may be seasonal, it may be permanent. We can't be attached to what God gives us circumstance-wise. It may be great, it may be rough, but at the end of the day, we're on a journey with HaShem. He's got our best interest at heart. He's all-knowing, He's all-wise. The blessings will continue to come from the blesser, but let's not get lost in the blessings such that we lose sight of the blesser. May we always draw closer. May we embrace the sacrifice and the discomfort that comes from letting go, from sacrificing, from being in chaotic situations and having to trust God, from seeing the promise through to the end. I pray everyone is encouraged, enriched, and blessed. Send me your number, your email. I'm putting together a private list to be able to engage with people directly. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Shabbat Shalom.